Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Digger of Model Railway. Excuse me. You'll see a couple of things in front of you. My new train table and this building. It's Atlas Middlesex manufacturing building. I've got this sign on the entrance there, and that's custom made by Scale Model Scenery. They have a couple of stickers, transfers and what have you. This is a water slide transfer, and you can choose the wording yourself, and they'll print it up for you. This particular outfit's called Northern Textiles, and it's in water slide, but you can get them in stick on as well, peel and stick type of thing, so it's up to yourself. I put a link to those products under this video, and if you do use that link to buy them, it'll help my channel out very much. Thank you, and thank you for those who used the link in the last video. That is a great help to the channel. I appreciate it very much. So we're going to have a quick look at this building. You'll see it's got Northern Textiles there in little stick-on letters, and again those were from Scale Model Scenery. There's a few other transfers like the red ones you can see here and here. Those have come from the same kit that you get these with, these speed limits and goods in, goods out, that type of thing. It's a straightforward build. There's lots and lots of windows and everything, but it looks really good and in keeping with what I'm doing on my layout. The other thing I do have is a product from a company called MrRails.com, and I'll put a link or whatever to MrRails.com. They make sound devices for all kinds of applications for your model railway, mainly for analog AC controlled layouts. And this one, it can run off buttons where you press them yourself, or you can wire it up to a reed switch where you get a magnet under the train, and as it's going along it'll trigger the reed switch. And so you choose 4 sounds to go in. It's a little unit like this. It's really good. I'm tempted to keep it on my desktop because I like it that much, but these are the 4 sounds I chose. This is the first one. You can turn the volume way up on that. The next is an announcement. I can't tell a word what they're saying. No, I can't tell a word what that says, but I can't in reality either. We do get those messages like that in reality, which is why I chose that one. The next one's a simple guide's whistle. And the 4th and last one is a sound of the announcer telling you to stay away from the edge of the platform because the train's coming fast and not going to stop.
The approaching train is not scheduled to stop at this station.
And that funky little setup, you get the unit, you get the transformer, everything all comes together, and postage, 31 quid all in. You cannot beat that. That's awesome. And like I say, I'm tempted to keep it on my desktop because it's that much fun, but I will use it on the layout. I will. It's just a bit tempting to stick it onto the desktop. So whilst we're here doing this now, I'm going to quickly just reach over, get some of this paint. Now, before I carry on, I want to say a big, fat, massive thank you to Rachel and Sean at a channel called Mini Wistaston Junction on Tour. They recently gave up the modelling side of model railways and what have you, and decided to concentrate on the thing they like best, which is going out train spotting, rail fanning to all different locations at all times of day and night, and that's what they're going to be embarking on. I'm sure most of you know the channel, but if you don't, go and give them a look. And a massive thank you to them because they sent me an absolute ton of paints, these airbrush paints from Vallejo, and tools, spanners, pliers, set squares, you name it, all kinds of equipment that they didn't want because they were doing no more modelling. So I'm extremely grateful to them for that. It was a fantastic gesture, and I'm going to make really good use of them. That said, this building to me doesn't look aged enough. That is faded a bit, the sign's faded a bit, but the walls and that look a bit stark. I have put some muck on them dirt wise, but we're going to use some more of this. This is plain old white acrylic, and we're going to use it to give a faded, sort of sun faded look on the side of the building. So good shake. I've used the squeezy tubes that you get from your pound shop and places in B&M bargains and that, and I've squeezed some white into a cup, and a lot of thinner has gone into it, acrylic thinner, to make it's almost like a milky consistency. And so I'm just going to feed this into the old gravity fed airbrush here. I'll let you see what I'm doing. Now you'll notice the airbrush, I've set this needle at the back so that there's not a lot of play in that, so it's only going to move the pin inside a short distance, therefore restricting the amount of flow quite a bit. If it's not enough, we can always release it a bit more. And so my next job is to give this a shake and put a few drops of this into the bowl. A few drops of this white into the bowl. That's plenty, because the entire thing wants doing. Now it's inevitable you're going to make a mess up and down when you're airbrushing, and if you're like me and you get it all over, I just wipe it on my pants or I use a rag if I remember, and I always have a few rags to hand. So we're going to give it a quick do. I'm going to start along the top, see if we can see any difference. I can see it feeding out. It's a barely discernible spray, you can only just see it coming out, but it is working. It's doing a nice job. So that's that wall done, and you can see it's taking on a slightly pinker hue. I don't know how well you can see it. Yeah, there, that's a bit better with the light lowered right down. Excuse the elastic bands. I saved these elastic bands because they come from parcels and stuff, and that's the rubber mask, and so I just save them and hook them onto my lamp until I find what I need them for. But as you can see at this side here, it's not quite got as much there, so you can see where it still wants it, so I'll just give that a quick going over again. And that's looking better and better. I'll spin it around this way. You can have a look at this side. I'm going to do the entire thing completely, but I'm not going to subject you to watching me do all that on the video. And it's going to be ready for going back onto the layout soon. Don't worry about the windows being in there when I'm spraying this, because that'll leave muck on the windows. We clean the windows with a cotton bud and it leaves residue behind, which looks like the windows have been cleaned in the middle but not around the edges, so it's pretty effective either way. I will say thank you all ever so much for looking in. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed recently, and those of you who have been subscribed for a long time. I really appreciate every single one of you, and it's great that so many of you come along to watch the videos and support the channel. That's all I've got for today, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you all in the comment section. Questions, comments or anything are always welcome. So it's I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone, and I'll give this another press on my little sound machine as we're going. Thank you all very much. Bye bye for now, and do take care, my friends.